to another episode of the Melancholy Guy, a companion podcast to my Tumblr blog, The Melancholy Guy, daring to be black, open, and free. Nailed it. The adventures of a divorced, open, polyamorous, African American male. I am the Melancholy Guy, Calvin, or CPJR, if you know me. And definitely today, I believe that change I must or die I will. Hey, welcome to episode 11 of my little podcast. My basically this is a companion to my Tumblr blog that's posted at or housed at melancholyguy.tumblr.com, and it's basically about my journey from monogamy to non-monogamy. So basically, I just talk about the postings. I actually wrote about it when I remember to, writing about all what was going on in my life at any particular time during the journey. So I'm gonna take these off the headphones. So actually, it's interesting. I wanted to actually finish up with 7 years ago and just come forward into 5 years ago when we actually got into swinging, which is actually the direction that we went in first before going into full polyamory or just non-monogamy. I actually consider swinging to be more on the monogamous side. That it may be more sex related, but it's more couple based type of thing. Although it does have something to do with like some singles. But basically, it's more just about sex, and it's mostly about couples having sex to maintain the unit of being that couple. But I wanted to read the reason that I'm lingering on the 7 years ago before we actually went down the road of truly going into the direction that we were going is that I'm noticing in myself where I was at the time and what I really wanted to pursue. I think that I wanted to, I'm really being honest with myself. I wanted to pursue polyamory. I wanted to pursue other relationships, other intimate, mostly emotionally intimate relationships, and to basically allow that. I think that I had to, or I chose to um, go where my ex-wife wanted to go into swinging. That suited her more. She wanted more of the, like I say, sexual experiences from that, and that's the way I went. And that was interesting for me. Like I said, it was fun, but it really wasn't as fulfilling as I thought it would be. Not knocking it, it was fulfilling in a way, but for me, and some of the issues that I've dealt with, it kind of got kind of dark. But I'm just gonna read that entry again. This is 7 years ago, and this is still just me going through the motions and going through the for me trying to figure out where I was. This was about 3 years into my marriage. It was about 2011 or 10. Yeah, 7 years ago. Yeah, 2010 actually. Before 2011, we hadn't opened up the marriage at all. We hadn't done anything. Just strictly me actually just writing about it. And it's an interesting thing. I think that I was reintroducing myself to my blog. I think at that time I did have some people that I interacted with on Tumblr, and I'm gonna just read it straight out. There's no entry. Well, I guess there is entries. The entry says, "Yes, I do." Yes. So basically, when I got married, when I proposed to my wife, my ex-wife, um, I did it in Baltimore. It was very sweet, and I put a picture up here and it said yes, basically to announce to everyone that we were getting married. It was basically me holding her hand, showing the ring, and then in caption I put in quotes yes, like she said yes. And that's a sweet picture. Anyway, so that's the picture that I posted with the post, and basically I'm gonna read it. So, you do know that I'm married, right? Yep, I'm married. Again, me asking questions, which is what I do when I write. I'm married, and I don't even believe in monogamy. And this is me for the first time stating publicly that I do not believe in monogamy. This was 7 years ago. I believe it to be a myth, a social construct that seems to be failing miserably in this country. Now, I would never cheat on my current wife, even though I did cheat once on my first wife, and I did cheat once on my first wife. I'll explain that. Even though we were separated at one time, I don't consider that cheating because we were separated right at year 5, and I had a separate girlfriend and a whole separate life. I didn't. We got back together, and after we got back together, that's when I did cheat. Basically, I'll explain that. I may tell that story. I don't think I ever wrote about it, but I may tell that story. But I did cheat. I simply stayed too long in that relationship with my first wife. And I had the opportunity to get to know a new amazing women, so I let the experience happen. I was younger and open to more experiences. I took an honest look back at my life and discovered that I have never actually been a monogamist. At least, at best, I'm a serial monogamist, and we talked about that earlier. I'd probably be happiest living in a polyamorous situation. I actually love my wife, while I still have the desire for new experiences and relationships. Why do we expect one person to meet all our needs? I think that for me, the fact that I like having women as friends is at the bottom of my situation. I'm not that guy with a group of boys. I always develop good friendships with women, whether sex is involved or no. So once I enter a committed relationship, a part of me seems to die, and that's actually the argument, or one of the things I told my wife at the time. Um, when we were opening up the relationship, is that basically I've always had friends that were women, and it was always an issue of not being able to maintain those relationships, because once you are married, you no longer, or I was no longer allowed to have emotional intimacy with women outside, and for the most part, most of the time, there wouldn't have been any cheating, because that wasn't my thing, like sex. I'm actually writing a post now for my blog on demisexuality, about demisexuality, that I wasn't the guy running around trying to just get some ass, get some new. I was basically having relationships, and some involved sex and some didn't, and that was basically my life. And then then we had to enter and got older, and then we had to we wanted to get married, and then that's the thing. When I couldn't have all the different friends and situations, you had to get married and establish a life and all that kind of stuff, and it just didn't flow with me. It just caused issues, and I bucked the system on many different levels and ways. So that was something that. So that's it, man. Just you can see, like, I've been talking about emotional intimacy, sexual intimacy, how amazing sex, regular sex. There was just a split. There was just a duality within me. I was trying to reconcile what I really wanted, and then what I really wanted was just to be able to be free, to establish relationships, and then see where those relationships go. I wasn't out here trying to hook up. Never have been, probably will never will be. Just not drawn to that life, but I am drawn to multiple intimate relationships on any level, and so that was my desire. And of course, to I guess I just made a deal, not a deal with the devil, a deal with my wife. Like, okay, so well, this is what you want to do. Let's go down that road and see how that works. And then that's what I'm gonna pick up next time. We're gonna see. Well, I'm gonna talk about more how we made the choice and how we went down that road. I'm down to 5 minutes. That's enough from the blog today. Now I'm gonna talk about. I want to talk about that little guy. Most of you have already seen, if you see this videos. Today's 12/12, and we've all had this big viral video going around about the bullying incident, and it's amazing. It was amazing to me when it first came out that we as black people all over social media was rallying to this young boy's side and help to support him, and we had many big stars reaching out wanting to help him because I think that's who we are as a people. We're loving people. We see the underdog, somebody's picking on him as they pick on us, and we champion that young man, and but it turned out to be a scam, of course. The woman was racist, and basically it was a money grab, and now we're questioning ourselves, like, oh shit, we got duped. And I don't think there's anything wrong with getting duped if we just showed our heart. And I think it's always important to show our heart, and we're just a loving people, and it's just always going to be that way. I think even when we saw the other white young man getting shot in the hallway, or the guy getting shot in the hallway by the cop, man, our heart went out, man. It was like, damn, another one shot, and it didn't matter to me that he was a white guy. It was another cop shooting another guy, innocent guy, for no reason other than he wanted to shoot somebody. So, big ups to us for being who we are. We're empathetic people, loving people. Sometimes we're gonna get duped and picked on, but I think that's the way. It's just in us. It's no way to get around it. But of course, when the shit come out that it was a scam, we gonna go in hard, and that's exactly what happened. So basically, they start picking on I think that kid has it rough, man. That kid's gonna have a rough life. His life is shit. It's gonna be shit. His parents are shit, and hopefully he don't go out and kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? And later on in life, because it doesn't look good for him. At this point with that type of environment, it's a bad environment, and karma's a bitch. And I just hope he don't kill nobody or kill himself. That's all I can do is hope that, because that seems to be the thing now. When people get pissed, they want to run out and kill other people, and that's what's getting me now about the new terrorist attack we had in New York. Yeah, people just wanting to just kill other innocent people to prove a point, and it's just getting to the point that it's ridiculous that just innocent people are dying because we have so much access. We have access to so much firepower and bomb making materials and weapons of destruction that you just get pissed for some reason, want to make a statement, and you're able to go out and kill a bunch of people at any given time. We're in just strange times, and at any given time that somebody can snap and end many different innocent lives without coming to platforms like podcasting and letting it out, talking to the world, talking to yourself. This is what I do to help me sort through the shit I'm going through. I come here and I talk. If anybody listens, it's cool. If anybody don't, then they don't, but it's definitely helping me. Anyway, so I've come to the end of this episode. I'm housed on Spreaker.com. I post to SoundCloud, The Melancholy Guy. I also post on my Tumblr blog, the melancholyguy.tumblr.com. Thanks for listening. Of course, I'll be back in a couple of days for another episode, and I promise to move forward. I think I'm done with all the emotional intimacy versus sexual intimacy, and got that sorted out. So let's go to the next stage. That's what we're getting ready to do. Thanks for listening, and always remember to love and respect yourself, and everything else will take care of itself.